Did Nina Sayers lose her mind, or was she more grounded in reality than any of us? While everyone dismisses this film as a mere illusion, no one noticed who actually owned that tattoo and that shard of glass in that room. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why the Academy honored this film with an Oscar and prove that Black Swan isn't just a hallucination, but a carefully orchestrated story of self-destruction. We find ourselves in the suffocating atmosphere of the New York ballet world. Nina is technically flawless, yet she lacks the soul to be a white swan. The director, Thomas Leroy, wants her not just to dance, but to break free. In the auditions, we see Nina's cold perfection, but the darkness within hasn't yet begun to stir beneath her skin. She was the most ambitious one there, yet the role went to Lily. When Nina goes to Thomas's office to demand the part and hears the words, "You must be free," she makes an unexpected move and kisses him. This sharp interaction marks the first time she successfully embodies the Black Swan, securing the role. From this spark, we'll trace her journey into becoming a monster by the end of the film. The marks on her back just wouldn't heal. Her mother was constantly undressing and checking her because these wounds were physical evidence of her unraveling. Nina was actually causing these marks herself without even realizing it. She would see the blood and the peeling skin, but she couldn't tell what was real anymore. When Thomas told her to touch herself to become more free, she tried, but what she was searching for wasn't sexual pleasure. It was that wild, black swan soul. Lily was naturally free and fluid in the role, while Nina was technical but rigid. Nina saw Lily as a rival and turned her into an enemy in her mind. People debate whether Lily even existed, but the clearest proof was the tattoo on her back. It was always there. When she came to congratulate her, when she went to her house, and during all their intimate moments. Her argument with Thomas, the barrier behind the door had moved. Lily was real. So what really happened that night? Here's the thing. Lily keeps losing. The role should have been hers. But Nina, she steals it right from under her. And you know what's crazy? If it was the other way around, Nina would have made Lily's life absolute hell. But Lily, she doesn't even make it a big deal. Instead, she tries to be friends. One night, Lily shows up at Nina's place. Her mom opens the door and immediately tries to get rid of her. Nina sees this, ignores her mom completely, and just leaves with Lily. That moment right there, that's proof of how much her mother controls her. So they hit up this nightclub, they're having fun, meeting people, and then Lily slips something into Nina's drink. From that point on, everything gets blurry. Different guys, flashing lights, and eventually, just Lily and Nina. They take a cab home. Nina puts the door chain on. And what happens next? There's no stopping it. They're both into it. But here's the problem. Tomorrow's the big day, the performance. Morning comes. Nina wakes up. Lily's gone. The door? Wide open. The next day, Nina brings it up. But she's being vague about it. And Lily? She straight up denies it. Turns it into a joke. You and me? Was I good at least? She's laughing it off. But here's what's actually going on. Lily remembers everything. That night really happened. When she left Nina's apartment, she took down the door chain. That's why Nina's door was wide open in the morning. Now think about it. Two women can't just casually talk about what happened between them. So Lily denies it. Flat out. Because she was really there and she wants to keep it hidden. Maybe she even planned the whole thing. Get Nina wasted. Make her oversleep. Make her miss the performance. But if that was the plan, it didn't work. But look at Nina, that smile, the way she's carrying herself. She clearly had an unforgettable night, and unwilling, she was all in. Nina throws Lily into the mirror, grabs a shard of glass from the floor, and stabs her. What we're seeing feels impossible to separate from reality, but we're not here to chase the illusion. We're here for the truth. Let's break it down. Before all of this, Nina wakes up late and realizes she missed rehearsal because her mother didn't wake her up. Her mother knew Nina was getting worse. Nina storms out of the apartment, angry, asking why she wasn't woken up. Meanwhile, Lily has partially stepped in for her and is rehearsing in her place, which only fuels Nina's rage. When Nina confronts Lily about the night before, Lily denies everything. By this point, Nina's mind is completely scrambled, driven by obsession and pressure, unable to process reality clearly anymore. Her mother was right, she wasn't okay. The hallucinations in the mirror, the nausea, everything is intensifying. Throughout the film, mirrors are Nina's biggest enemy. But here's a really subtle detail you might have missed. In some scenes, Nina looks in the mirror, and her reflection, it moves half a second late. And when Nina turns away, the reflection keeps staring at her. This tiny, terrifying detail right there, that's the most concrete proof that Nina's mind has completely split in two. The Black Swan isn't just emerging anymore, it's taking control. When Lily mocks her by asking, "Did you have some erotic lesbian dream about me? Was I good at least?" Nina stops questioning it altogether. Later, when Nina sees Lily preparing to take her place for the performance, she snaps, retreats to her dressing room, and gets ready herself. Thomas can no longer stop her because he asked for the Black Swan, and now something far more dangerous is standing in front of him, and that's when the performance begins. After finishing the first act of the performance, Nina returns to her dressing room, and Lily is standing right there in front of her. Lily tells her she's not ready for the role, that the Black Swan should be hers. That's when Nina finally snaps and screams, "It's my turn," and the fight breaks out. Lily's face turns into Nina's, then back into Lily's again. Nina throws Lily into the mirror and stabs her with a shard of glass. That's what the film shows us. But if you pay close attention, Nina appears in black while Lily is framed in white. So what's really happening? Lily isn't actually there. Nina is fighting herself. And the glass shard never goes into Lily's body. It goes straight into Nina's own stomach. Lily was never in that room to begin with, because her real enemy is herself. The idea that she could never fully become the Black Swan turns Lily into a target in her mind. Her hatred toward Lily and her hatred toward herself come from the exact same place. Nina pulls herself together and goes back on stage, and in that performance she's so powerful that she truly becomes the Black Swan. The audience watches in absolute silence. In the final scene, she's meant to fall from a great height onto the mattress below. She climbs up, lets herself go, and lands. Moments later, an ambulance is called. Her white swan costume is soaked in blood. Not because Lily hurt her, but because she fought herself. The dress she's wearing is white, while the Black Swan existed only in her mind. The performance ends exactly the way Lily always wanted it to. Nina has succeeded, and at that point, whether she lives or dies no longer matters to her. But the look on her mother's face in the audience tells us everything. As Nina takes her final breath, she whispers, "Perfect." It was perfect. She reached perfection. The price was her life, but to her it was worth it. Because Black Swan is not a success story. It's the tragedy of a woman who destroys herself in pursuit of perfection. If you made it this far, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more in-depth analyses like this. Do you think Nina's ending was inevitable? And which films should we break down next? Let me know in the comments, and let's talk about it.